Right, so this is how to make a frame in the in our software. So first we'll go to Photoshop to do the image editing. Okay, so what we do here is we get the whatever image we want for our actual frame, the big frame, and we just drag that into Photoshop, just as this. So we're using this one here. If I just do this quickly, ignore what I'm doing currently. Alright, so you'll have something that looks just like this. So first go to View up here, go to New Guide Layout. Then you see what you want to do is you'll have columns selected, something like that. You want to unselect columns and make sure it's just what says margin down here that's selected. Now you see that there's like a preview of these guides that are going to be put on the screen. And what you need to do is you've got to make sure that this top left, bottom right values are all the same. So we'll go with 3, but you can see it's not actually far enough. We want to get it all the way down. So we'll make that, I don't know, 3.5. That looks alright for now. 3.5, 3.5, we can refine it in a minute. 3.5. Okay, but you do see here though, wasn't a great picture to choose, but there is actually a slip down here. You can just see it right there. So what we'll do is we'll actually make it crop to this slip. So we'll put that, I don't know, 4 maybe. Nope, that's a bit too big. So we'll go 3.8. That seems pretty good, but we'll do 3.85. Still tiny bit too small. So we'll go 3.9. That works quite nicely. So change everything else to 3.9. Make sure these are all the same so we can get an even all the guides are even. And then you can see what it's kind of done is it's given us some guides where we can cut everything up. So on this, press OK, and now we're sorted. We have all of these. Now what we do is, you see over here, you'll have the crop tool. If you hold on that and you go to the slice tool, it brings you up this menu. Now what you want to do on this menu is press up at the top here, slices from guide. So click that and you'll see what it does. It automatically highlights everything. And now just leave this how it is. Don't touch anything else. Now go File, Save As. Oh, wait, no, don't go to Save As. File, Export, Save for Web. Okay. It's going to bring us up a menu which looks just like this. So now what we're going to do, make sure this isn't on JPEG. You don't want it on JPEG because that compresses the image. Change this menu up at the top here to PNG 24. That makes sure it's very high quality. Make sure transparency is turned off, and we should be good to go. So now what we're going to do, press the Save button. What we need to do is locate to our installation folder where our software actually is. So on my computer, I'll just go to it now. It'll probably be, with yours, it'll be in program files and whatever when I get that all sorted. But currently on mine, because I'm still in development, it is, ignore this bit. There you go. So it should look something like this, where you got slips and frames, the two folders. So if we're creating a frame here, which is what we are, we'll go to frames. We're creating a slip, go to slips. Makes sense. Then go to frames, and now what you want to do is press New, and there'll be many more in yours, but New folder, and call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it must be the one on from the last number. In this case, this number 1's already been created for us. I created it earlier, and it's a blank file. So we double click on 1, make sure we're in the 1 file. Now, simply what we want to do is just press Save. Now it's going to run and do its thing. But now if we close Photoshop, if we look in the, here's our installation folder again. We go to Frames, 1, and Images. Okay, it shouldn't be images like that, but so what you want to do now is grab all these images cut them and paste. So they're now in, so it should be, you go into folder 1, folder 2, whatever, and the images should be right there, just like this. But we're not quite done yet, because we need to make it readable by the software. So first we'll go to this frame name log, and just make sure in this one, this is a home James frame. If you were creating a second frame, you do 2 equals whatever, you know, and then you just make sure that's saved and close. Then we'll go back out and we go to this, which is Frame Creator. It's a file, it's a program that I created to make it a lot easier for you to make the frames. Go to open the Frame Creator. Yeah, it's taking a while to think. So it's instantly going to open a thing for us here. What we want to do is again locate to our installation directory, then go to this new frame that we've made, which is in number 1, and just press select folder. So now we've selected folder number 1. Okay, so now we're selected. Now what we need to do is in this little window we have here, where it says frame width, you want to put in the width of the entire frame, including the slip. In this case, I think it's 130. It can be changed later. And we simply just press run. And now it is sorted out that entire folder and made it readable by the software. So if we go into 1, you can see it's changed everything. It's given us a file. All right, so I'll just to prove to you that that's now created a new frame. We'll run the actual software. There you go. Choose image. I don't know. We'll just use that one. Call it 40 centimeters. Enter size. If we just do frame. Alright then, we just had a little error, as you saw, and you will get that error if when you run your program, your frame name log, if you see there's actually there's like an enter down there, it looked like that. If you just press the backspace and make sure there are no, the pointer isn't anywhere below there, there's no enter space in there, you won't get that error. It will get rid of the error. So what we'll do now is I'll prove to you that it works. So we go Python script, just as we did before. Choose image, do that one again, and you see 40 centimeters, enter size, and now we go frame. It works absolutely perfectly, as you can see. And we click Home James, we then have a perfectly pasted on frame, as you can see. And you all did that. This is your frame that you just did out of a file. If you follow these instructions, it should work perfectly. Then you save image as you do normally. Alright, that's it. If you need any help with anything, there's a little problem, go back over the video. If you still can't find what you've done wrong, just shoot me an email, or shoot me in the description. Alright then, cheers.